Again, those of you that have been to concerts before, you've seen this stuff in person. It's the stuff that hangs the lights. I'd forgotten this bridge has full, so... those power cans? Yeah, those are power cans.
Dude, you know I love the pyro, but from now on we gotta be a little more stealthy. We're trying to surprise Ophelia, remember?
Hey, man, it's okay. We made it. You gotta chill out. What the hell was that?
You don't want to know.
So you guys have been in there. What's making that sound?
It's not nice, I'll tell you that.
Okay, I got a plan.
Burn him?
No.
Run him over with the bus?
No.
Poison catnip?
No, I'm gonna recruit them. They're gonna join our army.
Tell me you're joking.
Dead serious.
Okay, so not really a metal world
So
thing.
here's the plan.
Just a second.
We are gonna ensnare the beasts in a ring of fire. Then Lita drops down on the beast from above and rides it into a cage.
What cage?
The one you're gonna build.
How am I supposed to control them?
With your stubborn and forceful personality.
And then what? You'll just sweet-talk them into fighting for our side?
No more questions! I can't tell you the whole plan right now, okay? You might get captured. It's for your own protection.
Captured by what?
Okay, let's saddle up!
Okay, so, like I was saying before I interrupted myself, on the back of the Baron, guys, you may have seen there's the
this is the area
Baron.
where
It's got a
we're
little
trapped
logo.
and make it
It's
easier
called
for
a
Lita
cut.
to
It's a
pounce.
big biker culture
Easy.
thing, and admittedly, there's a big
Right.
overlap between biker and the heavy metal, I guess, style
let's
and look,
go.
for lack of a better phrase. It's, I don't know how to describe it better than that. Sometimes I fuck this up.
Oh yeah, waking up sleeping monsters is always a good idea.
Nice ring, Eddie.
Okay.
Nothing in it.
This
You
is
sure?
harder than it looks because
Swear
the
I got it.
game does not handle especially well. Come on, yeah! That's one.
Woohoo! Got one! Okay, Lita, bombs away!
I can't jump that far.
Spotlight,
Gotta trap
right.
him over here.
Whoa,
See
whoa,
the
whoa.
light?
Very mature.
Not the plan. This is not the plan.
It's like I was saying, this is actually a lot harder than it looks, and I feel like an idiot for recording it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The first couple times I did this on my first playthrough, I died just continuously trying to do this. Not died, just could not for the life of me get the hang of it.
Not the plan. This is not the plan.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And fire ring, too far.
Why are you burning them? I thought we wanted them alive.
Too close.
And that's gotta be one.
Fire
Yes!
in the hole! Jump, Lita, jump!
Yeah! Huh. Yeah! Huh. Yeah!
Okay, so
All right, now get in.
doesn't take an idiot to know that these things are references to Kiss.
What now?
It's got the face
Do it
paint,
again!
it's got giant spiky things. That's all I got to say on them. And they're really called the metal beasts in this game or something like that, as
I don't see any more.
non-creative as
Maybe
that
they're
sounds.
extinct.
They
Nah, they're probably just nesting
ultimately
in the
wind
jungle
up being
nearby.
your
Come on, let's go find
heavy
one.
units, I think is the right name for them. They're cool. We get to ride one in a couple of minutes. We'll get to that in a second. For now, let's focus on finding
I can't
capturing.
believe we're trying to get these creatures mad.
Okay, so now we're in this kind of nice jungly area. It's got a lot of other, again, kind of iconic little metal references to some of the less, I guess, what things people call metal, for lack.
Hey, wake up! Here's a feisty one.
So, at one point in time, Queen was more than rock and roll. It was a controversial and got lumped in with Metal World and stuff like that. Not saying Queen's not metal as hell. They're pretty freaking badass, but most people don't think of them as heavy rock or anything really beyond rock and roll, if that makes any sense. And that's just not fair to Queen. They started off... Oh,
whoa, whoa.
where the hell did you come from? Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Not the plan. This is not the plan.
Yes,
Jump,
it's
Lita,
2.
jump!
I got 4 total. So. But there's some nice, sorry, like I was saying, there's some nice references to bands like Queen and other stuff like that in this area. Kind of big influence of just rock and roll in general.
Almost.
And you may have seen this like evil trees with faces carved in and stuff like that. So you may have noticed actually in the intro with Jack Black, who's the voice of Eddie Riggs, by the way, for what it's worth, you may have noticed that he's looking through a bunch of different sections of the album store. And the section he ultimately finds Brutal Legend in is called Epic Metal. And Epic Metal is a style of metal popularized by songs about destroying your enemies and drinking too much and the way the world used to be and shit like that. I don't describe it better than that. It's the guys who sing about Vikings and other fun stuff like that. That's them.
Burning them. I thought we wanted
And a couple bands out there. There's Tiered's Epic Metal. Monomarth is probably technically Epic Metal, even though they're more Viking metal, just in general. Work. Wow, it's kind of hard to do this and talk at the same time. But so, Epic Metal album covers are very much what's it called? 3 Inches of Blood. Very good example of metal band. I think they show up in the game and the soundtrack even.
Fire in the hole!
They have a song
Jump,
called Slay the
jump!
Orcs. I think half their songs are just references to fantasy and stuff like that.
Yeah!
But so, it's a very kind of warrior culture,
Get in there.
rah, rah, rah version of metal in some regards. And it's a fun one. It's not my personal cup of tea. I find a lot of the bands sound oddly similar. Like there's a band called Tyr. I think I mentioned them a couple seconds
See?
ago.
I knew
That
they'd be ready.
they're a good band. They're just not my flavor.
Riding them, I
One of
was
my
holding
favorite
on
bands
to
called
my
El
life.
Wadey
There's no way
is
to really ride these things.
Not
technically
true.
epic metal.
Zalia do
They're
it
also
all the
pagan metal.
time.
They're insane
Who?
though. They're
The Zalia.
a weird hybrid of
His
a bunch of
beast
stuff.
companions and protectors.
Did I forget to mention the game provides eye candy? Well, it does.
Yeah, so, long story short, I'm from the future, and I'm here to recruit you for my army.
We're already an army, and you're not welcome to join it.
How are we getting out of here?
As ashes, I think.
Stay cool, everybody, let me think.
Eddie, the fire is spreading.
No, it's not. It's just an illusion.
Where is it?
Confinement is playing tricks on your brain.
I know I played Relic
There
Rise
goes
to raise
another
this.
row.
Eddie, this is not an illusion.
I know, I was just stalling.
Where the flying fuck is it?
We're running out of room.
After all the fires I've set in my life, don't you think it's kind of ironic that here we are?
Sorry about that. Somewhere in
How
here.
are we getting out of here?
As ashes, I think.
Stay cool, everybody, let me think.
Eddie,
Relic Riser, I
the fire
think?
is spreading.
No, it's not. It's just an illusion. Confinement is playing tricks on your brain.
Nope, that's definitely not the right song.
Man, I know that makes
There
me
goes
feel
another
good.
row.
Eddie, this is
Ah,
not
no
an
flowers, that's
illusion.
why.
I know, I was just stalling.
Here we go.
You?
No, that ain't me. That's my dad.
Eddie, that's a famous warrior of our time, not yours. He was the leader of the Black Tear Rebellion. His name was Ragnarok.
He fought alongside the Zalia. He gave us the skills to defend ourselves when the Blackwater last rose.
Yeah, he gave me something too. I found this in his attic after he died. Apparently there's a lot about my dad I don't know. But it seems one thing I do know is that he, somehow, once fought at your side when your land was in danger. So I ask you, will you fight at our side now?
If you will still have us in your army, son of Ragnarok.
Alright, so I believe, and I might be wrong about this, the voice for that is Lita Ford, who's a famous person in the metal world. And, yeah, so, Revelations of Revelations. Eddie's dad, little more than meets the eye, apparently. Kind of a badass. Not kind of a badass, he gave us Eddie, after all, but a little more than we knew what was going on. Let's get out of here and get back on the road. Right, maybe this will give us... Because I haven't done that in a while, it's fun to do. Let's take a little look-see, shall we? So, this is pretty fucking metal on its own, right? I'm not sure I need to explain this one. Temples, Mexican not Mexican wrestling, Mexican water god references, like Quetzalcoatl, I think the name is. Album covers draw their influences from most everywhere, and it's a little funny when, not funny, entertaining some of the different sources. So, before I hit this backstory machine, relic, whatever the hell it's called. Some of you may know of a movie called Heavy Metal, and Heavy Metal is a direct influence on the clothing choices of the ladies that we just saw, the Amazonians, we'll call them Amazonians.
After she was used to lure Ormagodon to his death, Aetulia was left to cry alone in the darkness for an eternity. She wept for so long, her tears turned into an ocean of pure sorrow, and she turned to dust. Whomever drinks from this ancient sea of black tears is granted some of Aetulia's power, but also cursed with her all-consuming grief. Most tear drinkers go mad and destroy themselves and everything around them in a murderous rage. The Titans dropped a mountain on top of the sea to keep themselves safe from its allure. But it is said that through the cracks in the mountain you can still hear Aetulia singing, inviting passers-by to come lose themselves in her sad waters.